Good day, and welcome to a brand new stream on Formula One 2021. It's been a while since I've done a stream, hell, or even on this channel. I have been streaming the game, just not here on YouTube, over on Twitch for a Carbon Racing series. However, this is a completely different league. This wasn't even on until a few days ago. Welcome to Huts Gaming. With any luck, this might turn out to be a decent shout. Unfortunately, we've hit the shut up phone. Forgot to put my phone on mute. Oh well, that happens. Mistakes happen. So we're just waiting. I think potentially for a few more people. Hut Gaming, obviously run by Jabba the Hutt here, or Jabba the Black, I think his name is in the game. Anyway, oh, has he something's gone wrong. Ah, of course, the game is freezing for whatever reason. Lobby updates and the game decides to freeze because that's clearly what's supposed to happen. Oh, and something else has happened. Oh, fucking hell. Hang on. Hello? Come on, I'm trying to. Hang on. We've got technical difficulties because for whatever reason. Yes. Hang on. I need to disable the microphones that are on my Xbox controller, even though it doesn't actually have an Xbox a microphone. So that's fun. The microphone and the headphones, the speakers that are on the controller, because that's clearly what happens. Yeah. Oh, and one other thing: performance mode. There we go. So I'm completely new to this league. They're already most of the way through their season here. There's only about 4 rounds left, including this one at the Netherlands. It's a track that I'm not particularly fond of. There's a few iffy corners. Turn 7 can be difficult to get right. Turn 11 and turn 12 are really difficult for me to get right, but I'm fairly amateurish when it comes to this game. I like to think I'm okay, but probably not. Compared to these guys. Oh, it says it starts in 0. It's probably frozen again. I don't know why it's freezing. But there we go. It's going into the loading, and we're doing short qualifying. As you can see, for some reason, I've got a radio message on screen. I don't have any idea why that's happened, but I'm going to have to go into the settings and get rid of that. There's only one person here who previous viewers of the channel might recognize. That's Pookie, who also races for CRS, as you can see from the prefix in his name. And now we're just loading into qualifying, so let's... Oh, actually that... No, that is still there, so I've got to go into the game settings and turn off the subtitles or something. Huh. Oh, really? I've turned the subtitles off. They're still there. I might need re-inviting to this lobby, actually, because this is a frankly bizarre issue. I've never had anything like this before. It's just decided on this day of days, it's going to give me all kinds of strange issues. Can I get the engineer to speak again? Wasn't even meant to speak. I don't know how to get the engineer to speak. Okay, Where's Pook? Oh. And controller's being stupid again. Yes, disconnect. Why don't you? You're only a wired controller. Right. I'm gonna send a quick message to Pookie, I think. See if he can get me to, send me a re-invite, because this is weird. Message. Oh, weird problems with the game. Alright, so we've got technical difficulties of all kinds. Oh, and he's just started to leave the track, so that's helpful. So, I do apologise for this. We're going to have to cope with the subtitles on the screen for a little bit. Currently, we've got several drivers out on track, including Aelord in the Ferrari, number 8. It's not Romain Grosjean. Jabba in the Williams, also number 8. Okay. Big 6, if his number isn't 6, well, actually, it can't be number 6. Because that's Nicholas Latifi's number, but maybe he's number 66. Nope, he's 72. In the Mercedes, also Groffelbroer. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Who's running on a fast lap that we can see? Possibly looks like Big Liam. Yep, just coming around the final corner in the Alfa Romeo. Crosses the line, 111.932, not a bad lap attempt. Though ARX Biscuit immediately goes 0.5 faster. Coming out of the pits there is another Ferrari. That's going to be RX rider Nini. Black Rudem has just gone 32 thousandths quicker than Big Liam. And then Big 6 goes about 2.5 tenths faster than Black Rude. Pookie has just started his flying lap. We'll ride on board with my friend here. Number 25, driving a McLaren. It's quite odd. He's normally in a Mercedes for me, as Luka Jovic goes to 110.8, first man to do so. Going through Sector 1 at a 24.6. Going through Turn 7, nicely planted. Oh, what the hell was that? His wing just exploded. What? Okay. There must be a car I can't see on the screen, because his wing just spontaneously exploded. Unless he hit the wall, but that's an odd one. Boo Boo in the Haas. Car number 26 coming around the final corner to start his flying lap. Benchmark is currently held by Isti 104 with a 110.2. Any moment now we could be going into the 109s, which would be a mega lap. As Nini has just started a flying lap, though it still says out lap, so that's odd. We've got yellow flags in Sector 2. I'm not certain what that was for. Nini is definitely not pushing. Nini appears to be retiring? I'm not certain what's going on here. Who is on a flying lap currently? Hello, controller. I find myself unable to go further up than 3rd place. I have no idea what's going on here. Technical difficulties on my end. This doesn't typically happen. Let's look at Boo Boo. We watched the start of their lap, we watched the end of it. Currently 2nd slowest with a 112.4. Then we've got ARX Biscuit in the AlphaTauri coming into the pits. Zot, or Z0T, I'm going to call them Zot because that's what it looks like, in the Red Bull coming round. That's turn 10. Opens the DRS down this back straight towards the tricky chicane of 11 and 12. It doesn't look like it's going very fast, but as Jeremy Clarkson used to say on Top Gear, just because when a car looks like it's going... Oh, and he invalidates, but when a car looks like it's going slow, it's probably actually going really fast. So Zolt invalidates and immediately comes into the pits. Is that Boo Boo coming in? No, that's going to be Shankster. Just started a lap. Car number 21, not Esteban Gutierrez. Through turn 3 as Boo Boo comes across the line. Again, probably to start another lap. Got an Alpine coming in. Got an Aston Martin on an outlap. That's Sherlock Sona, 71. And we've got Nini still on a perpetual outlap. I have no idea what's going on here. Pookie didn't get a time on the board, so he's coming out again for another attempt. Shankster onto the back straight, down towards turn 11. Closes the DRS, hard on the brakes. Looking fairly planted, but maybe a bit wide through 12. We've got a yellow flag through turn 3. Possibly a brief mistake by the Red Bull of Luka Jovic. And we've got another yellow flag. Shankster has gone third fastest, but he's still 0.5 of a second off of Luka Jovic. So quite a gulf between the top two and the rest of the field. And Nini appears to have retired. And apparently there's only 2 drivers on track, but now it's realised what's going on. So Nini seems to be a weird one. Got an Aston Martin here. That's Sherlock Sona going into turn 11, 3.38 up on his previous best. Yes, and Nini, it does appear to be... No, actually, that's A-Lord who's having some sort of disconnection issue, so I'm a bit lost as to what's going on here. Anyway, Sherlock Sona comes across the line and improves to third fastest, but still... is that... Yeah, that is 0.5 off the pace. And Shankstar is actually 0.6 off the pace. My bad. We've got a Red Bull. That's Zott going for another attempt. We've got Biscuit across the line to start another flying lap. We've got an Alpine. That's Groffelbrouwer. Appears to have just completed a lap. I'm not certain about that. Big Six has also completed a lap, or is starting one. No, well, he's not going to be improving with that turn 1. Pookie has invalidated again, so he's still got 8 minutes to try and get a lap time on the board, slap on some fresh, soft tyres. Luka Jovic now goes, I think that's about 0.04 quicker than Isti 104. So, quite the battle for pole position here. It did seem like there was a gulf between the top 2 at one point, but that has... Well, it still is a bit of a gulf, actually. My mistake. Isti and ARX Biscuit separated by about 0.9 of a second. That's quite monumental in Formula 1 terms. It's a mountain to climb. And Luka is not pushing. Nini is about to start a flying lap. At least has finally begun one. After various weird issues. We've got a yellow flag. I'm not certain why that's there. And it's going to be a full wet race. So potentially a few compromised setups here. Then he going through turn 7, taking it relatively easily. He doesn't look like he's pushing a lot. I see why. It's AI. His car is translucent on the onboard camera, so this is the AI doing the driving. Pookie has come out for another attempt. Once again, on soft tyres, obviously. And unlike Ninny, is completely opaque, so that's how you can tell that Pookie is actually being driven by Pookie, and not a bot. Brief microphone adjustments as Pookie, heading down towards the line, crosses it now to begin another flying lap. Right on board with the McLaren for now. Makes sure not to clip the inside curb. At turn 1, we've got a car facing the wrong direction. That's Grofbauer even. He's spun, lost his front wing, and that's knocked him out. Helps maintain P11 for now, though. Unless someone else can go faster. Pookie, for example, goes wide but doesn't invalidate. Quite lucky to do so. Into turn 10 now. Decent exit, opens the rear wing to get as much speed as he can. We've got another car gone round. I think that might be Isti or Big... No, it's Big Liam. He's spun at turn 13. On the exit of turn 13 anyway. So that's compromised his lap if he was on one. Pookie's done 62 in a 49 second. I didn't catch what the tenths were. Comes across the line and goes third fastest. But still, 5 tenths off the pace. Quite a distance. Zot, meanwhile, improved their time to 110.8. And then we've got KSK Agua, who's just started a flying lap, but already gone fairly wide at turn 1. Car number 87. One number less than that used by Rio Harriento and Robert Kubica. Wet the whistle. With juice that's a bit too strong. Not quite acrid. Oh dear. Oh well. Anyway, Agua into the back straight, heading down towards turn 11. Has a slightly improved sector 2, but really not by much, basically matching his time. Into turn 11, not turn 11, turn 13, makes sure not to clip the inside curb, and then through the rather tricky that's not Tarzan. Tarzan is this corner that's coming up. Turn 1, he's done the lap in a 1:11.487, so it is an improvement, but it's not enough to really improve up the field. We've got Boo Boo, just started another flying lap themselves. Got Ninny still being driven by the AI. Jabber has done sector 2 in a 50-second 50 seconds. That's the full lap time up to that point, not the sector time itself. Otherwise, it would be more like a 18.1 or something. I don't know. Comes across the line, 112.0. Second slowest time on the board, but that's probably because he's got a wet setup on. Compromised his build for the race, which is going to be full wet. And Ninny has retired. It looks like he's hit the wall or something. And Boo Boo, I think, has run out of fuel. That's why we've got yellow flags. So Ninny has not got a time on the board. They will start right at the back of the field in 17th. I'll figure out who else is on a run here. Black Rude M. It's done sector 1 in 1/10 slower. So that's already a bit of a mountain to climb. Can he improve on the rest of the lap, though? Can he make it up through sector 2 and 3? Possibly, as Jabba has retired. Yellow flags in all sectors, apparently. We've got a car who's stopped in sector 3 just after turn 12, and I think there was a Red Bull who'd gone around at turn 7. So one of those cars, I think, was Jabba. He may have crashed. Going around the final corners in Black Road, definitely not pushing the limits of the track, and is actually coming into the pits. So, wasn't pushing. Isti on an outlap trying to improve and take provisional pole. He's got 49 seconds to do it. Well, everyone else has 49 seconds to get across the line. Isti has enough time. Luka Jovic also across the line to start his final flying lap. Trying to figure out who's next. Oh, we got a big Liam spinning at turn 10. He's clipped the inside curb. So he's not going to get a time on the board, and he's actually retired. Huki then will probably be the first driver across the line to finish the lap. He was 3/10 up through sector 2. This could be nice, but I don't think he's on for pole as the session ends. Just got to wait, and I think Isti has had a spin too. Yeah, he's spun at turn 8 or 9. Pookie comes across the line, does improve, but it's not enough to get him above P3. Boo Boo has also finished, he didn't improve, as has Big 6. Next, it's going to be Pookie's teammate Quack, and the other McLaren. Quack. And comes straight into the pits. Sherlock is going to be next, but he is not improved. Then we've got Zot. Also improves by 2.5 tenths, but not enough to improve the lap time. So it's really going to be Luka Jovic who takes pole position here. And hasn't improved his lap time. It was just the game being weird. So yeah, there we go. Luka Jovic on pole, followed by Isti 104. CRS Pookie on the second row. Zot alongside him, so it's Red Bulls in 1 and 4th. First and 4th even. RX Biscuit in the AlphaTauri starts 5th. Shankstar starts 6th. Sherlock Sona 71 7th. A-Lord 8th. KSK Agua 9th. Big 6 will start 10th. Quack will start 11th. Groffelbrower will start 12th. Black Rude M 13th. Big Liam and Jabba the Black. Big Rude M 13th. Big Liam 14th. Jabba the Black 15th. Boo Boo 16th. And RXI and Ninny, with no time on the board, will start dead last. Right. So I think I'm going to need to be re-invited to the session because of the issues I'm having. I've still got subtitles at the bottom of my screen. Worst case scenario, I'll need to restart the game, which is not going to be fun. I mean, the subtitles have just disappeared, but who wants to bet that they'll come straight back when we load into the race? On this occasion, it would appear. The race is going to be wet all the way through, as I understand. And not just slightly wet, full wet conditions. Oh, well, it is wet, but everyone's still starting on the mediums. And yep, indeed, everyone is starting on the mediums. Let's bring up the telemetry and the lap data. Luka Jovic leading them away, much like Max Verstappen did in the real-life Dutch Grand Prix of 2021. Though, obviously, as you might remember, it wasn't really quite this wet. In fact, it was quite a nice sunny day. In fact, I think it was the day before my birthday, so it was a nice early birthday gift. And the following week, of course, was that awesome Italian Grand Prix. So, energy usage, I don't think it's going to matter too much, as it's really quite easy to pick up the regain energy during wet conditions. But on this track, it's not easy to get your energy back anyway, so the vast majority of it is spent at full throttle, or at least on the throttle. There's not very many slow bits. And it looks like both of the Ferraris didn't get going straight away. Nini right at the back, though does appear to be driven by an actual human this time. Going incredibly slowly though. And A-Lord rushing to catch up. Not certain why they've taken so long to get off the line for the formation lap, but inconsequential really. So the field is forming up. Whilst Nini is going through turn 12 right now, the rest of the field is practically on the grid already. I just got to wait for one car to... Oh, what's going on with A-Lord? That's not where you start the race from. Whoa, what the hell? Okay, there must be lag going on. 5 lights on. It's lights out and away we go, and Luka Jovic gets a lightning start. We've got cars going onto the grass. That's not what you want to do. Pookie, oh, there's contact between Luka Jovic and that is Arax Biscuit. Pookie up into second place already. There's chaos behind. Bit of a kerfuffle going on for the positions. We've got cars going ghosting. Not certain what's going on. Shankstar has either retired or has connection issues. Or maybe it's me. Nini has stopped at turn 3. So, odd things going on. What? And Pookie has got past Luka Jovic. Now, either I'm having major issues or everyone else is. Biscuits falling down the field. And Blackroot M has had a horrible start. He's 3 positions down, and he's quite a few seconds adrift. Pookie finds himself leading the race. I think Luka, whilst I was distracted with other cars, has had an issue. Maybe he's got damage, I don't know. And he's going wide. Something would appear to be wrong with the Red Bull. And he's being overtaken by Isti. And now is under threat from his teammate Zot. What's going on here? The Pookie sets the fastest lap. What? How can he be in first place? What's going on with the timing tower? We've got a virtual safety car here as Nini has retired. A-Lord is actually apparently 17th. But is ahead of Agua? No. It's just the game being strange. Apparently, he's used all of his energy deployment just a few corners into the lap. But we've got strange issues going on as Sherlock Sonor's leading the race now, suddenly. What? I'm very confused because this is... What? So everything's jumping around. I'm not certain who's leading this race now because first it was Pookie, then it was Sherlock, and now I think we're having more technical difficulties as the race does get back underway. Luca would appear to be driven by an AI at this point, though it could just be connection issues, which is probably why he appears to be going slow, but is probably still actually fighting Pookie for P1 at the minute. I have to admit, I've never had an issue like this before. I never had issues while streaming for CRS. This is absolutely bizarre. Yeah. Desync's going on. As I expected. Oh, and now controller's being weird again. So, no one's left, though. At least, as far as I can tell. So, let's just quit to the main menu, because this lobby is probably being driven entirely by AIs at the minute. So, that's a bit of a dud way to start the race, to start the evening. All kinds of technical issues on not just my side, but the game also deciding to be a bit stupid. Yep. CodeMasters, mastering code since 1990 whatever. And by mastering, we mean not. Apparently, I'm connecting to Big Liam directly. Normally, it's just connecting to a server. Maybe that's why there's issues, because it's... Yes, I've never had anything quite like this. It's really quite irritating. I'm gonna bring up this as a bit of a waiting screen. Yeah. There's a lot of desync going on or something. I didn't realise. I don't check the Discord whilst I'm streaming. But I had no idea. Apparently it was these things happened 20 minutes ago. Apparently I've butchered Groffelbrower's name. Well, that's what happens when you spell it weirdly. And I thought maybe it might be German or Germanic or something. So I tried to pronounce it with a German twinge. But apparently it might not be. So Apologies. I don't know how you pronounce that. For all I know, it's Flemish. We've got to manually reset the grid. Apparently we were 3 short. Still 3 short. We've got someone called Big Cash spectating. Not certain who that is, but I don't really know most of the people here. We are readying up, though. And then everyone unreadies. So... yeah, I'll bring the game back in. Another game freezes. The settings get changed. There we go. People readying up once again. I'll just call him Groffle, shall I? Because that bit seems pretty straightforward. Or Groff. Or Grow. Or Gr. And I guess the KSK is a more of a clan a tag, a league tag or something. So yeah, I tend to say the entire name unless yeah, KSK must be a tag like CRS is for Pookie. So that should just be Agua or Agu Aguare. It sounds almost like you're trying to say water in, I don't know, Italian. But that's aqua, isn't it? Everyone apparently calls them just KSK. Okay, I'll join in then. Right, so we're getting another formation lap. Oh, what the? And already things almost went wrong for Lukajovic. Isti as well. That's that's an odd one. But maybe people are intentionally disqualifying themselves from the formation lap. Doesn't really matter. Though I think that would be some tyre temperature you're missing out on. For those of you who are not aware, it doesn't matter if you get disqualified from the formation lap. It just means you just immediately get reset to the grid. And I don't know if you get heated tyres. Bunch of people just disqualifying somehow, including Ninny, who is still stuck around turn 4. Pookie also slowing to a crawl. I'm not certain if we've got the desync again. Oh, and got someone who's just left. Who was that? Was that Liam who left? It says it's migrating host again. Isti's... oh god, we're gonna have to restart this again, aren't we? Okay, we're gonna get rid of the formation lap. Isn't this just a wonderful game? No issues whatsoever. I lied through my teeth. Ugh. So we're gonna have to go again. Bring the waiting screen back. I mean, could it be the host, maybe? I don't know. I mean, I've never had issues when Leonard or Faco have been hosting, but this is the first time I've ever had desync issues this bad. So, just a suggestion. I don't know. Maybe it's something going on with someone's internet, the host's internet. You know what I'd like for my controller to stop doing? Just disconnecting itself. Which is, it should be impossible because it's wired, but it is an original 360 controller, and I guess it's a bit old and decrepit. I mean, I've no idea how old it is. Ah, that's a wonderful screen to be seeing. Hmm. It's not really a AAA franchise, though. A AAA is something like, more like Elden Ring. This is just a yearly sports franchise. And of course, everyone knows that EA likes to reuse tons of assets when it comes to things like FIFA and Madden. And CodeMasters is part of EA now, and I bet if it was up to EA's big wigs, we'd probably still be using the last year's car models. Oh yeah, this is the 2022 game using the car models from 2021. That's how EA operates anyway. They kill everything they touch. Star Wars Battlefront, killed. Visceral Games, killed. Which is ironic, considering they made the excellent Dead Space games. Yeah. Story mode that no one has probably touched since the game released. Well, not long afterwards, anyway. I mean, I've touched it once or twice just for some extra. What's it called? The progress through the battle pass thing, the podium pass. That's it. Just a bit of extra stuff, really. But I've only done like one chapter, and that's it. Since I completed it back in July or whenever it released. Anyway, third time lucky. Going into the race. This time we should have, a race. Also, I'm going to. Oh, that's the wrong button. Let's turn off the Nvidia thing in the corner. Oh, and the race is sunny all of a sudden, so that's wrong. It's meant to be a wet race. Oops. Yeah, multiplayer. I mean, EA is of the opinion that multiplayer is the only way forward. That's nobody buys single player games anymore. And then Jedi Fallen Order came out and proved them wrong. And then Elden Ring came out and proved them wrong even more. Not to mention Horizon Forbidden West, which is a game I want to play, but I can't because I don't have a PlayStation. Sucks. I mean, I do have a PlayStation. It's just a PlayStation 2, and something tells me it can't play the Horizon Forbidden West. Anyway, lights are coming on. Oh, and there we go. Lights out and away we go on a surprisingly dry racetrack. Didn't give me any options to change things. I've got to quickly turn these on. Oh, and we've got contact already. That's whoa, whoa, and already we've got retirements down the field, and a virtual safety car already. What the hell? What? And then Ninny just whacks into people. Zot and Pookie have retired already. Oh, we're gonna have to restart again. I have no words. Alright. Okay. Fourth time lucky, I guess? Like, this is beyond a joke. Too bad to continue. Like, we're still desyncing? Is that. Someone else has to host then? Just. Someone else should try hosting. Because this is a joke. Because if it's just. Oh. Well, I've left. So, like, are we. Is the. Is that it? Is the race cancelled then? Because this isn't really the way you want things to go with the stream, the debut stream for Huts League. Ah, what a disaster! If we're truly cancelling the race after this, we are cancelling the race. Ah. Yeah, what the race hasn't been cancelled, it's just been postponed. So yeah, apparently the last patch has ruined things a bit, but I mean, we haven't had any issues on CRS. We've had two races since then. We've not had any issues like this. It could just be because it's a Sunday. I don't know. WOR streams at the same time. Maybe the servers are a bit overworked. I don't know. It's a server issue apparently, and they're not gonna fix it. So, or so they say, which could kill league racing on F1 2021. Well, what an absolute disaster this has been. E. Yeah, there we go. Do we know what the starting grid for the race was, or are we just gonna rerun the qualifying when it does get to the point that the race gets run again? That's something that I ought to know. Also, I do know that YouTube does have a delay, so potentially for the next stream we could move over to my Twitch channel instead, where the delay will be a lot less, more like what's it called? About 8 seconds, 10 or 15 seconds at the most. Yeah. EA, Cody's, just eh. Just eh. Oh well. Shit happens. Yeah. It's more Cody's than EA, I guess. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, they're gonna run their own an entirely new quali. It's gonna be rerun. Yeah. Run 2 laps under the safety car and award half points, because that's a race, isn't it? Okay, well, as the race is not going ahead today, I guess I'm gonna end the stream there, more or less. Yeah, thanks for sticking around, coming by. Obviously things didn't go to plan today, but it happens. It happens. So yeah, thanks for coming by, and when things are ready to be run again, do let me know, and I'll be here. So yeah, until next time, good night.